Chapter 1, A New Beginning. In the heart of the rolling countryside, where fields stretched as far as the eye could see and the scent of wildflowers danced on the breeze, stood a cozy farmhouse nestled amidst a sea of green. Its weathered walls exuded a timeless charm, and its windows twinkled with the promise of warmth and welcome. Inside, a family gathered, their hearts brimming with excitement and anticipation. Sarah and Tom, with their easy smiles and hearts full of dreams, stood at the heart of it all. Alongside them were their children, Emma and Jack, their faces alive with wonder as they gazed out at the vast expanse of land before them. "We're really doing this, aren't we?" Sarah breathed, her voice filled with equal parts excitement and disbelief. Tom nodded, a grin spreading across his face. "We sure are," he replied, his eyes sparkling with determination. "This is our chance to start fresh, to build a life that's truly ours." Emma and Jack exchanged eager glances, their hearts pounding with excitement at the thought of the adventures that lay ahead. "Can we explore the fields, Dad? Can we have our own garden?" Emma asked, her voice bubbling with enthusiasm. "Of course we can, sweetheart," Tom replied, his voice warm with affection. "We can do anything we set our minds to." And with that, the family stepped out into the golden light of dawn, their spirits soaring with the promise of a new beginning. For here, amidst the rolling countryside and the whispering trees, they would plant the seeds of their dreams and watch them grow, nourished by love and laughter, and rooted in the timeless beauty of the land. Chapter 2, Morning Chores. As the first rays of sunlight peeked over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, the farmhouse seemed to awaken from its slumber. The gentle warmth of dawn wrapped around the building like a comforting embrace, signaling the start of a new day filled with possibility. Inside, the family stirred from their beds, their movements slow and deliberate as they prepared to face the tasks that awaited them. Sarah and Tom exchanged sleepy smiles, their eyes still heavy with sleep but their hearts light with anticipation. Together, they made their way to the barn, the cool morning air filling their lungs with freshness as they walked. The soft sound of their footsteps echoed against the wooden floorboards, a gentle rhythm that seemed to harmonize with the world awakening around them. As they reached the barn, they were greeted by the gentle clucking of chickens and the lowing of cows, their sounds a symphony of life that filled the air. With practiced hands and hearts full of love, the family set to work, tending to their animals with care and devotion. Sarah and Emma gathered baskets of freshly laid eggs, their fingers deftly navigating the delicate shells. Meanwhile, Tom and Jack milked the cows, the rhythmic motion of their hands soothing both animal and human alike. As they worked, a sense of purpose and unity settled over them like a warm blanket, binding them together in their shared mission. Each task was met with laughter and camaraderie, the family working as one to care for their farm and each other. And as the sun rose higher in the sky, casting a golden glow over the fields, the family stood together in the barn, their hearts full and their spirits soaring with the knowledge that they were building a life filled with love, purpose, and endless possibility. Chapter 3, Planting Season. With the arrival of spring, the farmhouse buzzed with activity as the family prepared for the planting season ahead. The air was alive with the scent of freshly turned soil and the promise of new beginnings, igniting a spark of anticipation in their hearts. Together, they gathered their tools and set to work in the garden, their hands moving with purpose as they prepared the soil for planting. Sarah led the charge, her fingers tracing patterns in the earth as she loosened the soil and removed any weeds that dared to encroach upon their precious space. Tom and Jack followed close behind, their muscles straining as they turned the earth with shovels and rakes. With each stroke, they worked in harmony with the land, their movements guided by a shared vision of abundance and growth. Meanwhile, Emma knelt beside her mother, her hands cradling delicate seedlings with care and tenderness. Together, they planted row upon row of vegetables, their fingers gently pressing each seedling into the earth before covering it with a blanket of soil. As they worked, the anticipation of the coming harvest filled their hearts with hope and excitement. They imagined the vibrant colors of ripe tomatoes, the crisp snap of fresh green beans, and the sweet juiciness of sun-ripened strawberries, each image a testament to the bounty that lay ahead. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the garden, the family stood together amidst the rows of freshly planted crops, their hearts full of gratitude for the opportunity to nurture life from the earth. For in that moment, they knew that they were sowing more than just seeds, they were planting the seeds of hope, of possibility, and of a future filled with abundance. Chapter 4, Afternoon Adventures. With the sun high in the sky and a gentle breeze whispering through the fields, the family set out on their afternoon adventures, eager to explore the wonders of their new home. Their first stop was the nearby woods, a magical realm of towering trees and dappled sunlight. Hand in hand, they wandered along winding paths, their laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves overhead. Emma and Jack raced ahead, their voices echoing through the forest as they chased after elusive butterflies and playful squirrels. As they walked, Sarah pointed out the different plants and animals they encountered, her eyes sparkling with wonder at the beauty of the natural world. Tom listened intently, his heart swelling with pride at the curiosity and enthusiasm of his children. After a leisurely stroll through the woods, they made their way to the creek, where they spread out a blanket and unpacked a picnic lunch. They feasted on sandwiches and fresh fruit, their taste buds tingling with the flavors of the season. Nearby, the water bubbled and gurgled, a soothing soundtrack to their meal. As they ate, they shared stories and jokes, their laughter ringing out like music in the air. They talked of dreams and aspirations, of the adventures they hoped to embark on in the days to come. And as they sat together in the warmth of the afternoon sun, they felt a sense of contentment wash over them, grateful for the simple pleasures of nature and the bonds of family that held them together. As the afternoon drew to a close, they packed up their belongings and made their way back to the farmhouse, their hearts light and their spirits soaring with the joy of the day's adventures. For in those moments, amidst the beauty of the natural world and the warmth of their loved ones, they found a happiness that filled their souls and reminded them of the magic that surrounded them. Chapter 5, Harvest Time. As the warm days of summer faded into the crisp embrace of autumn, the farmhouse buzzed with excitement and anticipation as harvest time drew near. The fields ripened with golden grains and verdant vegetables, promising a bountiful yield for the hard-working family. With baskets in hand and hearts full of determination, Sarah, Tom, Emma, and Jack ventured out into the fields, their spirits high as they prepared to reap the rewards of their labor. The air was alive with the scent of earth and the rustle of leaves, a symphony of nature's bounty echoing around them. They worked tirelessly, their hands moving with practiced precision as they plucked ripe tomatoes from the vine, gathered bushels of corn, and unearthed potatoes from the rich soil. With each harvest, their baskets grew heavier, overflowing with the fruits of their labor. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a warm glow over the fields, the family returned to the farmhouse, their hearts swelling with pride at the sight of their abundant harvest. They gathered around the table, their faces flushed with exertion but shining with joy. Together, they sorted through their bounty, admiring the vibrant colors and fragrant aromas of the freshly harvested produce. They laughed and joked as they worked, their spirits buoyed by the sense of accomplishment that filled the room. And as they sat down to enjoy a meal made from their own harvest, they bowed their heads in gratitude, their hearts overflowing with pride at the knowledge that they had worked together to bring food from the earth to their table. For in that moment, they knew that they were not just farmers, they were stewards of the land, caretakers of its gifts, and guardians of its bounty. Chapter 6, Cozy Evenings. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the farmhouse, a sense of peace settled over the land. Inside, the air was filled with the soft crackle of logs in the fireplace and the gentle hum of conversation, creating a cocoon of warmth and comfort that enveloped the family. Sarah and Tom sat side by side on the worn leather sofa, their hands intertwined as they watched the dancing flames. Emma and Jack sprawled out on the rug in front of the fire, their faces illuminated by its golden light as they played with their favorite toys. Around them, the farmhouse seemed to sigh with contentment, its walls steeped in the memories of generations past. The scent of wood smoke mingled with the aroma of freshly baked bread, filling the air with a comforting fragrance that spoke of hearth and home. As the evening wore on, the family gathered around the table for dinner, their laughter and chatter filling the room with warmth and joy. They shared stories of their day's adventures, recounting the highs and lows of their farm life with equal measures of humor and affection. As the last morsels were eaten and the dishes cleared away, the family returned to the comfort of the living room, where they settled in for the night. Sarah read aloud from a favorite book, her voice soft and soothing as she spun tales of far-off lands and brave adventurers. Tom listened intently, his eyes twinkling with mischief as he added his own embellishments to the story. And as the fire burned low and the stars twinkled overhead, the family drifted off to sleep, their hearts full of love and gratitude for the simple joys of togetherness. For in that moment, surrounded by the ones they loved most in the world, they knew that they were truly home. Chapter 7, Reflection and Gratitude. As the seasons turned and the years passed, the family found themselves at a crossroads, looking back on their journey with hearts full of gratitude and awe. Gathered around the kitchen table, they shared memories of the trials and triumphs they had faced together, their voices filled with warmth and affection. Sarah spoke first, her eyes shining with emotion as she reflected on the beauty of the land and the sense of purpose it had given them. "I never imagined that a simple farmhouse could hold so much magic," she said, her voice soft but filled with conviction. "But here, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the love of our family, I have found a peace that I never knew existed." Tom nodded in agreement, his gaze drifting out the window to where the fields stretched out before them. "It hasn't always been easy," he admitted, his voice tinged with nostalgia. "But every challenge we faced only brought us closer together, strengthening our bonds and deepening our appreciation for the life we've built here." Emma and Jack listened intently, their faces alight with curiosity as they soaked in the wisdom of their parents. "I'm grateful for the lessons we've learned," Emma said thoughtfully, her eyes sparkling with determination. "About hard work, about patience, about the importance of community and connection." Jack nodded in agreement, his gaze turning inward as he considered his own journey. "And I'm grateful for the moments of joy and laughter," he said, his voice filled with wonder. "The simple pleasures of farm life, the smell of freshly cut hay, the taste of ripe strawberries, the feel of the earth beneath our feet." As the conversation continued, the family found themselves enveloped in a sense of warmth and contentment, grateful for the blessings of farm life and the love that bound them together. For in that moment, surrounded by the beauty of the land and the presence of their loved ones, they knew that they were truly home. And as they settled in for the night, their hearts full and their spirits soaring, they fell asleep to the gentle rhythm of the earth, their dreams filled with visions of a life lived in harmony with the land and each other.